Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the March of Colors and Processional. Please remain standing as the Reverend Jonathan leads us in prayer and thanksgiving. This shall be followed by the singing of the Philippine National Anthem.
Let us pray. Creator God and loving God, we turn to you this morning with eager and grateful hearts. You whose thoughts are above our thoughts and whose ways are above our ways, we praise your name. We come to you knowing of your goodness and the wonderful strength of your outstretched arms. We can confront life with faith, courage, and fortitude, knowing that you have yet more wonderful things to break forth out of the treasury of your promise whenever we are ready to receive your goodness. Bless our gathering today so we may continue to acknowledge your presence. Open our ears so that we may listen to the sacred stories of the outstanding Sillimanian awardees. We will be guided to live our lives worthy of being a graduate of Sillimanian University. We pray for Sillimanian University that those who work here will continue to share their gifts in nurturing the students. For Silliman alumni all over the world, remind us of the ministry we are called to do wherever we are. Give us the courage and the wisdom to be instruments of your peace, your justice, and your love. We pray in the name of Jesus, who is the way, the truth, and life. Amen.
Bayang magiliw, perlas ng silanganan, halap ng puso, sa dibdib mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, duyan ka ng magiting, sa manlulupi, di ka pasisil. Sa dagat at bundok, sa simoy at sa langit mong lupa, may nilagang tula at awit sa panglayang minamahal. Ang kisap ng watawan mo'y tagumpay na nagmirinig, ang bituin at araw ng kanyang mamay maghihiling.
Friends, please welcome the Vice President for Academic Affairs, Dr. Earl Jude Paul Cleope.
Good morning, dear friends and fellow Sillimanians. On behalf of the Board of Trustees, the administration, the faculty, staff, and students of Silliman, I welcome you all to the highlight of the Founders' Day celebration, the 61st Outstanding Sillimanian Awards. It is a testament of our founders' success in planting the seed, which has since been cultivated and nourished by a tradition guided by the motto, Via Veritas Vita. The OSA is a celebration of Silliman's excellence and a fitting reminder of what every Sillimanian should aspire for, excellence in one's chosen field, development of exemplary character, and distinguished service to the community. On this note, may I request all outstanding Sillimanians, past and present, to please stand and be recognized. Thank you. They share their honor with the people who've been their constant support and inspiration. Hence, I also would like to acknowledge the family and friends of the Outstanding Sillimanian awardees. May I request you to stand and be recognized. My friends and family. As we relish and recognize the achievements of our beloved alma mater's alumni, let us also remember those who have paved their way, kept the faith, and cultivated God's vineyard. Please join me in recognizing and honoring our heritage builders.
Silliman has grown from a small educational institution to a university whose roots run deep and whose branches spread across the sky. Today, we celebrate the glorious acacia tree that is Silliman University. The crown of this tree symbolizes the fruits of Silliman education. But fundamental to keeping the tree alive and producing fruit are its roots, a vast array of mostly unseen men and women in the university that keep the tree upright, strong when battered by winds, yet continues to have life and feed its crown. These are our heritage builders, our teachers, office staff, custodians, drivers, faith formation workers, and administrators who served the university for years and have since passed on. They nourish Silliman, enabling it to continue sprouting excellence, represented today by our outstanding Sillimanian awardees. Today, we celebrate the crown. Today, we remember the roots.
We invite everyone to take a moment of silence to honor our heritage builders. Here with us today are the family members of our heritage builders. May we request them to please rise to be acknowledged. As the university perseveres and continues to keep the faith, let us celebrate and give thanks to our omnipotent God for His grace and glory. It is my honor to recognize and thank the 2023 Outstanding Sillimanian awardees for their contributions for the betterment of humanity, society, and the world.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our host for this year's Outstanding Sillimanian Awards, Dr. Michelle Joan Valbuena.
Good morning, everyone, and happy Founders Day. After 122 years, Silliman University remains committed to its vision and mission to provide quality Christian education. Over the years, it has produced responsible citizens who have made their marks in their respective fields. Today, we celebrate 5 alumni of Silliman who have selflessly made a difference and manifested the ideals of the way, the truth, and the life in their personal and professional lives. Ladies and gentlemen, we recognize the 61st Outstanding Sillimanian awardees. Ambassador Kira Christian Danganan Azusena for Government Service, International Relations, and Diplomacy. Mr. Sandeep Chandiramani for Entrepreneurship and Finance. Dr. Maria Luella Dolar-Perin for Wildlife Conservation and Management. Dr. Maria Salud Co for Medicine, Obstetrics and Gynecology, and Community Service. And Dr. Asterio Saliot for Agriculture Extension. Our first awardee is Ambassador Kira Christian Danganan Azusena. Let us take a glimpse at her life and works.
To whom much is given, much is required. This biblical nugget of wisdom seems to be the guiding principle of Kira Christian Danganan Azusena, who has been using her intellectual prowess to competently represent the Philippines in the international arena. A graduate of Silliman from early childhood school to college, Kira demonstrated a strong inclination for academic work. All throughout her school life, she was a consistent honor student. In college, she graduated with a bachelor's degree in mass communication, magna cum laude, in 1994. When she left the halls of Silliman, she embarked on a purposive life in foreign service. Since then, she has devoted her life to serving fellow Filipinos abroad and advancing the interests of the Philippines in international engagements and dialogues, shaping policies, and forging sustainable international relations. When she was Deputy Consul General in Hong Kong and in Rome, she championed the welfare of thousands of overseas foreign workers. Her office was always welcoming of Filipinos whose situations ranged from disheartening to tragic. However, regardless the intensity, she always addressed problems with a sense of urgency and delicacy, reflective of her strong faith in action. Thus, in her capacity, she was able to rescue Filipinos in distress abroad and reunite them with their families. She too attended to those falsely accused and advocated for their freedom and brought home safely Filipinos stranded overseas. From 2018 to 2020, Kira was designated as Chargée d'Affaires to the United Nations headquarters in New York. There, Kira distinguished herself and earned her peers' approval by masterfully articulating the Philippines' position on any issue discussed at the UN. Through her leadership as coordinator of the ASEAN Summit in 2017, she was able to steer the UN General Assembly to draft a resolution to maintain the Southeast Asia Nuclear Weapon-Free Zone Treaty. She helped advance the Philippines' strong position on international peace and security by tirelessly speaking about and proposing actions against illicit trade of small and light weapons, as well as nuclear weapons. Aside from these, she was instrumental in the UN's development of concrete actions to support middle-income countries to become economically, socially, and environmentally sustainable. Using her diplomatic skills and excellent communication skills, she was able to engage in meaningful dialogues about justice and international law, and partook in bilateral negotiations delving into special political, decolonization, and plenary issues. Currently, she serves as Chief of Mission Class 1 Ambassador Extraordinaire and Plenipotentiary to New Zealand, with concurrent jurisdiction over the Republic of Fiji, the Kingdom of Tonga, the independent state of Samoa, and the Cook Islands. Prior to her confirmation by the Commission on Appointments last February 22, 2023, she served as the Chief of Staff at the Office of Secretary, Department of Foreign Affairs, as well as the Assistant Secretary at the Office of the United Nations and international organizations. Despite the demands and nature of her work, she spends quality time with her loved ones. She and her husband Michael raised 3 children, Alessandra, Michael Edward, and Sebastian Cornelius.
The citation reads, Silliman University, upon the recommendation of the Silliman Alumni Association Incorporated, confers the Outstanding Sillimanian Award on Kira Christian Danganan Azusena in the field of government service, international relations, and diplomacy. For her exceptional diplomatic skills that have protected the welfare of Filipinos abroad and have put the Philippines in a good light internationally. Her attention to the plight of overseas Filipino workers, acting on their concerns with a sense of urgency and delicacy, is highly commendable. Her calm demeanor, excellent communication ability, and remarkable negotiating skills have enabled the clear conveyance of the country's stance on international issues and have forged sustainable international relations. For her selfless service to the country, unwavering commitment on representing the Philippines well, and her heart for our fellow Filipinos, she epitomizes a true Sillimanian who is guided by Via Veritas Vita. Given this 28th day of August 2023 of Dumaguete City, Philippines on the 122nd Founders Day of Silliman University. Signed, Betty Cernol McCann, University President. We welcome Ambassador Kira Christian Danganan Azusena. With her are the President of the Silliman Association of New England, Mr. Jose Marie Jonathan Antonio, the Dean of the College of Mass Communication, Dr. Madeline Kiamco, and the Principal of the Junior High School, Assistant Professor Christine Bosmion. Bestowing the award and the citation on behalf of Silliman University, our Board of Trustees Chair, Ricardo Balbido Jr. and Dr. Betty Cernol McCann, University President. They are assisted by Ruben Bukingo, Alumni and External Affairs Director, and Yasmin Ali, President of the Silliman Alumni Association, Incorporated.
Good morning. My name is Kira Christian Danganan Azusena, and I am what many would call a homegrown, organic, indigenous product of Silliman University. I am a daughter of Dumaguete, born and raised in this city I am proud to call home. And I spent all of my formal learning years, kindergarten, elementary, high school, and college, in this campus and in Silliman Church. When the time came for me to be released into the outside world, I had become a walking testament of the Silliman spirit. Silliman has bequeathed to me many important life lessons. But what I consider to be most consequential in my life was the importance of placing God at the center, anchored on the conviction that He is in control. It has been my life's experience that imbibing this simple but profound truth is key to discovering, understanding, and fulfilling one's mission in this world. I see this played out in the lives of people around me, not necessarily only in achievements celebrated in the limelight, but also in acts done quietly behind the scenes. By our teachers who choose to see the potential in every child and persist to believe in them on a daily basis. By the administrators of this university who recognize that by placing the welfare of the student at the core of this university's work at all times, we also uphold its credibility and its esteem as an institution. By friends and classmates who, at the peak of their professional careers and in the face of tremendous personal adversity, remain kind, giving, and compassionate. By co-workers in government who embody excellence, loyalty, and integrity, whatever the circumstance, but especially when these values are threatened. And by family members who are proud of us in spite of everything. I know many such people at home, in school, at work, on the street, and every day they inspire me to tread this hallowed path. It is in their honor that I received this year's Outstanding Sillimanian Award for Government Service, International Relations, and Diplomacy. I consider this recognition as a tribute to these people who show us how it is and what it takes to live God-centered lives. They are fairly easy to spot. They are selfless, compassionate, and generous. They rarely seek the limelight, but are breathtakingly down to earth, and they find satisfaction in helping and uplifting others. They are love in action. They show us that with faith at the center of our existence, whatever our station in life and in everything we do, we are fulfilling God's plan for us and our mission that He has sent us out to do. This here provides us the greatest reassurance that after all the mishaps, the shortcomings, the wrong turns, the lost opportunities, many moments of self-doubt, and even more sins of omission and commission, we are now exactly where we are meant to be. For this singular honor today, I thank the Silliman University Board of Trustees, University President Dr. Betty Cernal McCann, and the Silliman University Alumni Association, headed by my classmate, Ms. Yasmin Ali, for the recognition. The Silliman Association of New England, headed by Mr. Jojo Antonio and Ms. Myrish Kadapan Antonio, for formally submitting my nomination. My teachers and mentors at SUES, SUHS, and College of Mass Communication, formerly School of Communication. My most precious friends of the College of Mass Communication and School of Communication Batch 1994, were there, for always keeping it real. My dearest and loveliest friends and movers of SUHS Batch 1990. I have to mention my best friend Jeneline, my friends Natalie, Carmela, Janice, Stella, Jade, Sheila, Sherry, Eva. You know who you are, whose faith, hard work, and dedication literally ended me up on this stage today. Thank you. My co-workers and bosses at the Department of Foreign Affairs, who kindly put in a good word for me. My extended family, uncles, aunts, cousins, nephews and nieces, ninongs and ninangs. And to my precious family, who unfortunately could not join me in person today, but who are watching the live stream. My mom, Runilda Danganan, my role model and North Star. My husband, Mike, my other half. And our most precious blessings, our children, Alessandra, Mikey, and Sebastian. Basti is celebrating his 8th birthday today. Happy birthday, Basti. We'll celebrate when Mama comes home. To all of you, thank you. I humbly accept this on your behalf. Soli Deo Gloria. Daghang salamat.
Our second awardee is Mr. Sandeep Chandiramani. Let us take a glimpse at his life and works.
People who know Sandeep Chandiramani easily note his business acumen. They comment about his fluency in numbers, his incisiveness and inquisitiveness, making him the ideal businessman. More than his competence, however, many admire him for making it his business to help people, thereby making him the epitome of a businessman with integrity and heart. Sandeep is academically well-rounded. His foundation was set in Silliman, where he obtained his basic education in 1985. After graduation, he enrolled in the University of the Philippines, where he distinguished himself as an exceptional student, finishing a degree in business administration and accountancy, cum laude. When he took the 1990 Certified Public Accountant Board examination, notoriously among the most difficult professional examinations in the country, his score landed him 12th place. In 1997, he went to the United States of America for further studies. He earned his master's degree in business administration with concentration in finance from East Carolina University. He also obtained a CPA license in the US. To gain more knowledge, he enrolled in Harvard University, completing a course in e-commerce strategies for managers and entrepreneurs. All this academic training prepared him for future endeavors. For 8 years, he was affiliated with Red Hat Incorporated, a US-based IT company that revolutionized enterprise Linux operating system. As a partner and director, he introduced an innovative channel sales infrastructure, thereby commercializing the subscription services of open source software, or OSS, and paving the way for mass adoption of OSS that benefited thriving companies today like Google, Amazon, Facebook, among others. While in the US, he volunteered for 1 laptop per child, a brainchild of MIT professor Nicholas Negroponte. The initiative aims to provide computers to underprivileged elementary school students from developing countries so they may easily access knowledge and be acquainted with technology. His experience inspired him to establish eKindling in 2009 with cohorts. This project was first implemented in Mindoro in coordination with the local government units and support of the Department of Education. Then Education Secretary Armin Luistro welcomed the project because he found merit in technology-abled but socially aware education. Sandeep also saw in the US an opportunity to fund companies. He founded iGlobal LLC, a company dedicated to aid talented individuals realize their potential in business. Its success made him think of replicating it in his country. When he arrived in the Philippines, he observed that small and medium enterprises were the backbone of the economy, yet they were the most vulnerable because the financial resources available to them are limited. Using his knowledge and expertise, he joined Esquire Financing Incorporated and helped the company help small businesses actualize their dreams through their non-collateral loans. By establishing iGlobal Financial Services Incorporated, Sandeep has competently provided an appropriate financial platform and professional advisory services to small industries, allowing them to expand and become large businesses. Until now, iGlobal Financial Services Incorporated continues to grow as a business. In spite of his success as a business whiz, Sandeep remains unassuming, humble, and unpretentious. He keeps his feet on the ground by sharing his blessing. He launched Invested, which provides educational financing to highly driven but cash-strapped youth. Sandeep lives holistically. He works hard, serves the community, engages in sports, and spends quality time with his wife, Guilherme, and their nephews and nieces.
The citation reads, Silliman University, upon the recommendation of the Silliman Alumni Association Incorporated, confers the Outstanding Sillimanian Award on Sandeep Chandiramani in the field of entrepreneurship and finance. For the brand of business philosophy that puts social responsibility at its core, capacitating people to venture into business and emboldening small and medium enterprises to expand. He has devoted his life to learning business and its related fields, to applying his learnings by unwavering strategies, and to sharing all these to help others. For his excellent professional conduct and unimpeachable character, he exudes the spirit of a true Sillimanian that is guided by the motto, the way, the truth, and the life. Given this 28th day of August 2023 in Dumaguete City, Philippines, on the 122nd Founders Day of Silliman University. Signed, Betty Cernol McCann, University President. We welcome Mr. Sandeep Chandiramani. With him are his wife, Mrs. Guilherme Eclivia, the Silliman Alumni Dumaguete Alumni Chapter President, Attorney Pristine Martinez Raymond, the Principal of the Junior High School, Assistant Professor Christine Busmion, the Vice President for Finance and Operations, Attorney Ebenezer Lim, and classmate Mr. Wilbur Maxino. Bestowing the award and the citation on behalf of Silliman University, our Board of Trustees Chair, Ricardo Balbido Jr., and Dr. Betty Cernol McCann, University President. They are assisted by Yasmin Ali, President of the Silliman Alumni Association Incorporated, and Ruben Bukingo, Alumni and External Affairs Director.
Testing. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, my fellow alumni, a very good day to each of you today. It is with great pride and immense honor that I stand before you as a recipient of the Outstanding Sillimanian Award in the field of entrepreneurship and finance from our Silliman University. This moment is not only a celebration of my personal journey, but also a testament to this incredible institution that has nurtured and shaped countless lives throughout its illustrious history. As I stand here, I am overwhelmed, really, with gratitude for the invaluable experiences, knowledge, and friendships that were cultivated within the walls of this remarkable institution. Looking back at my time in Silliman, I am reminded by the profound impact it had on my life. It was here that I discovered my strength, honed my skills, and embraced the transformative power of education. Be a blessing and to find joy in every step of the way. Mabuhay ang mga Sillimanian, mabuhay ang Silliman University. Thank you.
Our third awardee is Dr. Maria Luella Dolar-Perin.
Raised in a devout Catholic household, Luella Dolar-Perin, as an adult, found a deeper connection to her faith when she decided to devote her life to being a good and responsible steward of God's creation. All throughout her academic and professional life, she has endeavored to advocate for wildlife conservation and management by engaging in teaching, research, and community work. Luella hails from a small town in Moises Padilla, Negros Occidental. Second of 4 children, she was raised by a school teacher mother and a small-time sugarcane farmer father who believed in Silliman's quality Christian education and wished for their children to be educated at the university. After graduating valedictorian in high school, she enrolled in Silliman and earned a Bachelor of Science in Biology degree, cum laude, in 1980. Thereafter, she was recruited to teach at the biology department, where she met world-class mentors including Dr. Angel Alcala and Professor Rodolfo Gonzalez, and had the opportunity to network with visiting research scientists. It was her interactions with these renowned scholars that stoked her interest, making her resolute in establishing a career that's firmly grounded on nature conservation and community involvement. Thus, she began participating in conservation projects, lecturing in fishing villages on coral reef preservation, establishing marine protected areas, and advocating for environmental protection. Through Silliman's faculty development program, she bagged a full scholarship that allowed her to obtain a master's degree at James Cook University, where she specialized in fish biology and ecology. Upon her return, she was appointed chairperson at the biology department and the following year, assistant director at Silliman University Marine Laboratory, or SUML. As chairperson of the biology department, she helped establish the Center for Tropical Studies, or CENTROP, which pioneered the captive breeding of the Visayan spotted deer, a species at the brink of extinction. The center continues to thrive today and expands its conservation of other species endemic to Visayas. As assistant director of SUML, she was engaged in numerous research, notably the fish surveys in the mangroves and seagrass beds in Bais Bay, which significantly showed its important role as nursery grounds for coastal and oceanic fishes. Through Silliman's linkage, Luella had an opportunity to intern at Smithsonian Institution in 1980 where she learned the necessary skills to start cetacean research in the Philippines. Cetaceans had long fascinated her because they are mammals with lungs comparable to humans, but live in the water. Although cetacean research is costly, she employed innovative means to collect data, making do with whatever resources were available to her. She was able to document dozens of species and found out they were being hunted in large numbers. When she presented these findings at the GillNet meeting workshop at La Jolla, California, conservation groups' attention was piqued, opening up funding opportunities. More importantly, a journalist and a member of the Philippine Congress got wind of the dolphin kills, leading to the issuance of the Fisheries Administrative Order 185, which protects dolphins throughout Philippine waters. The law has since been expanded to include whales. Eventually, Luella enrolled a PhD program at Scripps Institution of Oceanography in 1992. Her dissertation delved into the distribution, abundance, and feeding ecology of cetaceans in eastern Sulu Sea and Tanian Strait. Data collection would have been expensive. However, she developed a study design that would allow her to collect data at a low cost without compromising the scientific quality of her results. Luella raised a family with Bill, and with whom she bore a son, Joey, in the United States, and has continued her advocacies.
The citation reads, Silliman University, upon the recommendation of the Silliman Alumni Association, Incorporated, confers the Outstanding Sillimanian Award on Luella Dolar-Perin for the field of wildlife conservation and management. She is steadfast in her commitment to being an accountable steward of God's creation. Her dedication to science has furthered knowledge about wildlife, which has led to advocacies that are evidence-based. Her resourcefulness and grit have enabled her to develop research methods that are cost-effective yet reliable, helping advance effective and efficient wildlife conservation and management. Her pursuit for knowledge, her resolute protection of nature, and her irreproachable personal conduct make her an epitome of an exemplary Sillimanian, whose values are by the motto, Via Veritas Vita. This citation is given this 28th day of August 2023 in Dumaguete City, Philippines on the 122nd Founders Day of Silliman University. Signed, Betty Cernol McCann, University President. We welcome Dr. Maria Luella Dolar-Perin. With her and her son, Joseph Dolar-Perin, Vice President of the Silliman University Alumni and Friends at San Diego, Mrs. Priscilla Cabogais Garrido, and the Dean of the College of Arts and Sciences, Dr. May Bridget Bernadelle Villordon. Bestowing the award and the citation on behalf of Silliman University, our Board of Trustees Chair, Ricardo Balbido Jr., and Dr. Betty Cernol McCann, University President. They are assisted by Yasmin Ali, President of the Silliman Alumni Association, Incorporated, and Ruben Bukingo, Alumni and External Affairs Director.
Silliman University, President Dr. Betty Macan, Trustee Balbido, Site President Yasmin Ale, and Director of Alumni Affairs, of Alumni and External Affairs, Ruben Bukingo, distinguished guests, faculty and staff of Silliman University, friends and fellow Sillimanians, good morning. I am truly humbled to be recognized alongside the talented, highly accomplished alumni receiving this award today and those who received it in the past. I am grateful to the Board of Trustees of the Silliman Alumni Association and the OSA committees for bestowing me this honor. I will look to this award not as a culmination of my work and service, but as an affirmation that I am somehow on the right path and should go on. I thank the alumni chapter in San Diego, particularly our ever-persistent President Laarni Gularek, who was here with me, also the past President Miriam Tan Cole. I am indebted to those who provided testimonials and helped me through the process. I also thank Suakona and its leadership, particularly Vanji, Betsy, and Faith, for being such good role models, for the support, encouragement, and most importantly, for the opportunity to give back to Silliman. Silliman University is known for its academic excellence, Christian values, environmental conscience, and for producing well-rounded, competent professionals. My parents had these values and qualities in their mind when they sent all 4 kids here at Silliman. My parents loved nature and taught us to value and respect it at a very early age. And the seed they planted in me was further nourished when I entered the halls of Silliman. In this nurturing campus that affirms the integrity of God's creation, I learned that faith, science, and conservation work can be interwoven into a single fabric of worship. That although God's design allows humans to flourish, we have a moral obligation to care for all His creation. And that striving for sustainability and being responsible stewards of nature is a way of sharing God's gifts and blessings with the generations that come after us. It is a way of embracing the future. And because of this, I thank my professors, mentors, and role models here at Silliman, especially Dr. Angel Alcala, Professor Gonzalez, Dr. Ben Malayan, and all my other professors and teachers who challenged me to develop a career firmly grounded in nature, conservation, and community involvement. I also thank them for the support and inspiration that they gave me. So therefore, this award belongs to them and to all of those who supported and helped me along the way, to whom I am eternally grateful. My family, my extended family, my colleagues and friends who are right there, who went through me pirate chases, typhoons, and big waves at sea. I can see there's so many of them down there. Munyin, Edna, Howard, Janet, Jacinta, and those I could not mention, I thank you. Esther, you know who you are. I thank you so much. It's because of your friendship and camaraderie that you shared with me, which I consider very precious. They're the ones that helped shape my life and everything I've achieved. I appreciate the support that the Institute of Environmental and Marine Sciences, now called IMES, and the Biology Department gave me and their tolerance of the smell of whale bones and dolphin carcasses that I brought to the lab, and the endless requests I made. Thank you so much. I also appreciate my colleagues at Southwest Fisheries Science Center in La Jolla, California, for accommodating my work schedule so I could continue my work here in the Philippines. I am forever grateful to my parents for their love, guidance, and hard work, and my siblings for sharing every pain and joy growing up. I am deeply, deeply indebted to my late husband, Bill, for his incredible support, understanding, patience, and mentorship. How I wish he were here to share this honor with me today. I thank my dearest son, Joey, for understanding my work demands, for being my source of strength and joy, and for always being there for me. And from the bottom of my heart, I thank you all and invite you to embrace a sustainable future as God's gift to us and to the generations to come. Thank you.
Our fourth awardee is Dr. Maria Salud Co. Let us take a glimpse at her life and works.
Someone once said that Maria Salud Co. is an institution. Such a declaration is telling of the level of respect and admiration she has from both patients and fellow medical doctors. With over 50 years of clinical practice, she is regarded as a highly skilled physician, a woman of science and faith. Born to a Chinese-Mongolian father and a Portuguese-Filipino mother, Maria Salud, or Mayang to close friends, calls Valencia, Negros Oriental, home. Growing up, she looked up to Dr. Jose Rizal, so even at a very young age, she knew what career path she was going to take. She took her pre-med course at Silliman, taking an associate arts degree and graduating with honors in 1961. She would have wanted to take her medicine course at the University of Santo Tomas like her idol, but for practical reasons, enrolled at the University of the Philippines College of Medicine, a decision she later appreciated because it is the premier university for medical students. After taking the medical board examination, she was anxious about the results and decided to fly to the United States to escape the shame should she flunk it. However, her self-doubt was not warranted. She successfully passed the boards. While in the US, she did her internship training in New York, eventually becoming a resident in obstetrics gynecology, or OBGYN, at the Cleveland Metropolitan General Hospital. Soon after, she attended Louisiana State University School of Medicine for her fellowship training in high-risk obstetrics. Dr. Co's reputation as a skilled doctor precedes her in the province of Negros Oriental. Thus, she has delivered thousands of babies and has taken care of innumerable mothers. Couples having difficulty conceiving approach her for advice. Mothers with delicate pregnancies, especially those diagnosed with antiphospholipid syndrome, or APS, prefer to be managed by her. However, aside from her hospital experience, she has also had an illustrious run as a lecturer in medical classrooms. She was always enthusiastic to share her gift of knowledge and experience, which benefited a number of medical students in the US, including Brookdale University and Medical Center, New York College of Osteopathic Medicine, Louisiana State University School of Medicine, among others. She has also published academic articles in reputable journals. Dr. Co leads a life of service. Aside from her medical practice, her selfless service to the church and to the community is also noteworthy. In her dealings with patients and others, she always stresses the importance of having a relationship with God, reminding everyone that God is the greatest physician of all. She also devotes time to attend to Carmelite sisters with medical problems. In her Valencia community, she pioneered health advocacy programs such as information drives on cervical cancer, breast cancer, reproductive health, prostate cancer, among others.
The citation reads, Silliman University, upon the recommendation of the Silliman Alumni Association Incorporated, confers the Outstanding Sillimanian Award on Maria Salud Co in the field of medicine, obstetrics and gynecology, and community service. She has dedicated her life to medicine and selfless service to others. Using her exemplary professional knowledge and profound faith, she has elevated the practice of obstetrics and gynecology, offering medical service with a heart. She has not only given exceptional health management of her patients, she has also given hope to countless families by dispensing scientific advice to mothers having difficulties conceiving. Faithful to her Hippocratic oath, she advocates for her community's health by being at the forefront in numerous information drives about different diseases. For her unwavering faith in God as the best physician of all that guides her medical practice, and for her strong conviction to be of service to her community, she espouses the values of a genuine Sillimanian whose life is guided by the way, the truth, and the life. This citation is given this 28th day of August 2023 in Dumaguete City, Philippines, on the 122nd Founders Day of Silliman University. Signed, Betty Cernol McCann, University President. We welcome Dr. Maria Salud Co. With her are her sisters, Milagros and Martha Co, nephew, Colonel Romel Co, the former president of the Silliman University Alumni Association, Alaska Chapter, Mrs. Elizabeth Lahato Merto Engel, who will represent the chapter's current president, Mrs. Juliet Merto Cruz, and the Dean of the College of Arts and Sciences, Dr. May Bridget Bernadelle Villordon. Bestowing the award and the citation on behalf of Silliman University, our Board of Trustees Chair, Ricardo Baldido Jr., and Dr. Betty Cernol McCann, University President. They are assisted by Yasmin Ali, President of the Silliman Alumni Association Incorporated, and Ruben Bukingo, Alumni and External Affairs Director.
Silliman University President Dr. Becky Abrigana, I used to know her as such. McCann, Silliman University or Silliman Alumni Association, Incorporated, Board of Directors for Outstanding Sillimanian Award, Silliman University Alumni Association, Alaska Chapter, special mention is former president, its former president, and my nominator, Engineer Elizabeth Merto Engel, and our classmate, Silliman University High School Class 58. Dean of the College of Medicine, Dr. Walden Orzos, Dr. May Bernadelle Villodon, Dean, College of Arts and Sciences, where I had my pre-med, beloved classmates of high school class 58 who are very supportive and are here. To all who sent their testimonials about me, namely Monsignor Julito Cortez Bishop, Congresswoman Josie C. Lim Kai Chong, who promised to be here. I don't know if she's here, but she wanted to surprise me. Former and present Valencia mayors Edgar Sr. and Edgar Jr., respectively. Former Vice President, Silliman University, Dr. Betsy Joy Tan. My colleagues, Dr. Arthur Davis, Dr. Verna Reyes, Mrs. Vivian Gonzalez, the President of the Valencia Women's Local Council, where I work closely with, beloved members of my family who are here, and we are all old already. But they say, truly aged, truly great. Fellow alumni, guests, good morning, and thank you also. It is with deep appreciation, pure joy, and honor that I accept this outstanding Sillimanian Award. Thank you. Several years ago, I was nominated by my classmate, Danny Jonaldo. I came so late that I was there immediately eliminated. I explained to the interviewer that I had to do an emergency cesarean section to save the life of the mother who had diabetes and severe high blood pressure and whose baby was in jeopardy of dying. But I could feel that she was angry at me, and she said, whenever you are interested and whenever you have the time, call this number. Well, it has been so many years, and now you can say that I have aged already because I did not follow her advice. Being educated in Silliman University High School, I have believed, and even now, that don't let your right hand know what your left hand is doing. So I did not do that. And of course, don't blow your own horn. Although now, as a doctor, I think it's more hygienic to blow your own horn. Also, by history, when I sacrifice my personal needs to serve God's people, the award is tremendous. Like when I met governors, senators, congressmen, teachers, nurses, doctors, or even little children who will, the mano, those are my rewards, especially when they said, Doctor or Lola Doc, you delivered me. You took care of me when I was still in my mom's uterus. My ideal man was Dr. Jose Rizal. That's why there is no other Dr. Jose Rizal. So I have remained an old maid. To tell you the truth, my dream was to become a doctor. So I wanted so much to study in what I thought was the best school of medicine, Santo Tomas. But we could not afford it. The tuition fee was sky high. My uncle, the activist and Bishop of Bacolod, Antonio Portich, tried to help me by getting scholarship because I was a scholar here in Silliman for my whole number of years that I was here. But we lived so far from España because we lived in Pasay then that I could not afford train transportation. So University of the Philippines was only College of Medicine was only 3 blocks from where my brother and my in-laws stayed. So I went there. Little did I know that it was the best medical school. And little did I know that the discrimination, the gender discrimination was horrendous. There were only 30 female students, but 70 males. And you could imagine that. But I was so proud because they voted me at the end of the year as their class sweetheart. Or as they say, Kambini. So I know that God will plant you where you can bloom. I have been contentedly practicing obstetrics and gynecology for more than half a century. 57 years to be exact. Rewards come from the thank yous of politicians or successful professionals or the little children who will call me Tita Doc or Lola Doc. And as I said before, who claimed that I took good care of them, of how they had become, politicians. I'm not saying the graph and Turak one. I know that my parents were excommunicated by the Roman Catholic Church for sending the 5 of us to Silliman Protestant High School. Additionally, they would have also been happy for praying that this daughter of theirs turned out to be a bona fide doctor because my paternal grandfather was an El Burario. The maternal grandfather was a third-year medical dropout. And so here I am, trying to live the life of Via Veritas Vita Moto, believing that only one life will soon be passed, and only what's done for Christ will last. So it is with humility that I accept this award, for it allows me to see my life and God very clearly. Now, I might be sentimental because I know that my time to join the Lord is pretty soon. I'm 82, so we're staying in your services. So now I recognize that any good in one's life is the result of what God and others have done to you. Thank you very much, and may God bless us all.
Our 5th awardee is Dr. Asterio Saliot. Let us take a glimpse at his life and works.
Asterio Saliot embodies the adage, If you fail to plan, you plan to fail. For him, preparation is the key to success. That is why he has cultivated a career capacitating and empowering people in the agriculture sector. Asterio grew up in a small barrio in Dapitan City. Although he came from humble beginnings, he experienced richly the beauty of nature, pristine waters, and lush forests. At a very young age, he was aware of their family's hardship, strengthening his resolve to work hard and better their situation. He knew that education could be his ticket. Having a strong connection to nature, he enrolled at Silliman and graduated with a Bachelor of Science degree in agriculture in 1978. After graduation, he realized that he could contribute immensely should he be in government service. However, he also knew that should he embark on a career in government, he needed to be thoroughly prepared. This thinking led him to finish not only 1, but 4 master's degrees, 2 of which were on a full scholarship. His graduate degrees are in Business Administration from Andres Bonifacio College, Development Studies, majoring in Agriculture and Rural Development from the Institute of Social Studies, The Hague, the Netherlands, Public Administration from Andres Bonifacio College, and the National Security Administration from the National Defense College of the Philippines. He received his PhD in Extension Education from the University of the Philippines, Los Baños, Laguna. He also finished a law degree but was not able to take the bar examination due to professional engagements. Immune to hard work, Asterio rose from the ranks. During President Gloria Macapagal Arroyo's presidency, he was assigned to be the director of the Agricultural Training Institute, or ATI, a position clothed with responsibility because the office is primarily mandated by law to train and empower the country's farmers. As the new director of ATI, he had to overhaul the structure of the office by clearly defining the functions of personnel and streamlining the office's organization based on the requirements of the Agriculture and Fisheries Modernization Act of the Local Government Code. After doing so, he had to lead in the crafting of programs that would capacitate and empower farmers, enabling them to have stable income. He also had to establish linkages with different organizations and institutions to generate funds for the office. Through his able leadership, he has implemented innovative programs, elevating ATI from merely conducting trainings for its stakeholders. He capacitated farmers by introducing the ladderized approach to extension. He elevated learning sites to school for practical agriculture, allowing farmers to become trainers because he believes that they are the most competent teachers in agriculture. He assisted in converting farms to farm tourism sites, making farmers agripreneurs. These sites also became venues for other farmers and youths to avail of ATI's ladderized courses on agripreneurship. Having a strong position on modernizing the delivery of agriculture extension, he pushed for the Electronic Extension Program, or e-extension, for agriculture and fisheries. This enabled farmers to easily access information through the e-extension portal. Aside from these, he also introduced initiatives that offer scholarship programs. Among these are the Academic and Technology Integration Educational Program, designed for out-of-school children, and From Arms to Farms program, a program assisting both active and rebel returnees to go into farming. He and his wife, Mina Flor, have 3 successful children: Ina Joyce, a physician; Riona Vince, a lawyer; and Aster Chesney, an engineer.
The citation reads, Silliman University, upon the recommendation of the Silliman Alumni Association Incorporated, confers the Outstanding Sillimanian Award on Asterio Saliot in the field of agriculture extension. He has revolutionized agricultural advisory services, ensuring improved agriculture productivity, increased food security, improved rural livelihood, and heightened acceptance of agriculture as a major contributor to economy. Through his programs, he has not only capacitated farmers to advance their knowledge of agronomic techniques and skills, but he has also made them partners who are capable of capacitating others. His resolute pursuit for knowledge has enabled him to dispense of his duty most competently. His selfless service to the government has made him a champion of farming and its related services, and his unimpeachable conduct of his personal life has made him exemplary. For all these, he represents a true Sillimanian who is guided by the motto, Via Veritas Vita. This citation is given this 28th day of August 2023 in Dumaguete City, Philippines, on the 122nd Founders Day of Silliman University. Signed, Betty Cernol Macan, University President. We welcome Dr. Asterio Saliot. With him are his 2 daughters, Attorney Riona Vince Sanchez Saliot and Dr. Ina Joyce Sanchez Saliot. The President of Zamba Sulta, Dr. Eric Gallo, and the Dean of the College of Agriculture, Dr. Jose Edwin Covelo. Bestowing the award and the citation on behalf of Silliman University, our Board of Trustees Chair, Ricardo Balbido Jr., and Dr. Betty Cernol Macan, University President. They are assisted by Yasmin Ali, President of the Silliman Alumni Association Incorporated, and Ruben Bukingo, Alumni and External Affairs Director.
Dr. Betty Cernol Macan, President of Silliman University, Dr. Earl Jude Cleopi, Vice President of Academic Affairs, Honorable Ricardo Balbido Jr., Chairperson of the Board of Trustees, Mr. Ruben Bukingo, Director of the Alumni and External Affairs Office, Ms. Yasmin Ali, President of Silliman Alumni Association Incorporated, Dr. Jose Edwin Covelo, Dean of College of Agriculture, Silliman University, all faculty and staff of Silliman University, especially my former mentors of the College of Agriculture. I know they are there. Members of the Outstanding Sillimanian Award Selection Committee, fellow awardees, Dr. Eric Gallo, President Sabuanga Basilan, Sulu Tawi-Tawi, Silliman Alumni Association, my daughter, Attorney Rina Vince, and Dr. Ina Joyce, who are with me today. My wife cannot be around because she is in the United States, and my son is flying to Canada, so the only two daughters I have is with me. Former classmates and schoolmates of the College of Agriculture in Silliman, friends, ladies and gentlemen, a pleasant morning to each and everyone. I express my sincere gratitude and dedicate this award foremost to God Almighty, who continuously bless me and my family despite my sinfulness. To my parents, especially to my deceased father and ancestors who nurtured me the values of hard work, perseverance, humility, and strong faith in God. To my teachers and mentors from early grades up to the postgraduate studies, who reinforced the education and values I learned from home and taught me new and effective ways of doing things, lead me to the right path to always seek the truth and live a life dedicated to honest service to God, country, and people. A special mention to my teachers and mentors at the College of Agriculture here in Silliman University, and encouraged me to apply for this award, namely Dr. Ablan, Sirs Oscar Taico, Santiago Odsorong, Salayot, Belsinia, Salanga, Monit Raimundo, and Dr. Edna Dimangkas. Special mention to Professors Santiago Odsorong and Oscar Taico, who continuously brought me to apply for this award. I thank and dedicate this award to our country, the Philippines, and our government leaders and officials for giving me opportunities to grow in my career so that I can serve better through scholarships and trainings here and abroad they afforded me, and the funds allocated to the office I headed to improve our facilities and equipment so that we can deliver effectively our services to the Filipino people, in particular, the Filipino farm families. I thank and dedicate this award to the heads of organizations, institutions, and offices, foremost to the Andres Bonifacio College in Dipolog City, where I started my employment career as college instructor for 2 years and 1 summer. To the Department of Agriculture, I served for more than 37 years, beginning as Farm Management Technologist 1 of the former Bureau of Agricultural Extension, or BAEX, now called Agricultural Training Institute. I thank my colleagues and co-workers in the department, especially those in the Agricultural Training Institute, for working with me, believing and supporting me, despite some previous misunderstandings with anonymous letters, so that we can develop extension programs and projects that will help the farm families improve their lives. I thank and dedicate this award to the 17 MILF commanders and their thousands of followers and combatants in the hinterlands of Lanao del Norte, Lanao del Sur, other barren provinces, and to Commander Sordo of the New People's Army and his followers in Barangay Mamanga, Gamay, Plaridel, Misamis Occidental, who laid down their arms, stopped fighting against the Philippine government, and converted their camps into farms through our program, From Arms to Farms. Though I shall not mention to them But in my mind and heart, I always say, I love you. And thank my wife, Mina Flor, and 3 children, Attorney Riona Vince, Engineer Aster Chesney, and Medical Doctor Ina Joyce, for always supporting and believing in me despite the hardships and encouragement we encountered in our lives while they were growing up, and my constant absence, being away from home to answer the call of duties as a public servant. I thank and dedicate this award to the officers and co-members of the Sambasulta Silliman Alumni Chapter, led by our esteemed President, Dr. Eric Gallo, who is there, and his wife, Cherilyn Gallo, who is also our chapter secretary, for nominating me in this year's award. Though I know there are other co-members I believe deserve this kind of award. A special mention also to former Labor Assistant Secretary Ponciano Nonoy Ligotom, calendar year 2020 Outstanding Sillimanian Awardee, Ana Maria Gomez, the immediate past president of Sambasulta, who also encouraged me to apply for this award. To Ms. Wilma Lopez, Mr. Clemente Gabio, Pat Adrio Barrientos, who are my former colleagues at the Agricultural Training Institute. Ms. Nagla Laila Amina Sangila of the Municipal Agriculture Office of Kauswagan, Lanao del Norte. Dr. Jose Rene Gayo, former president of the Foundations for People's Development and former schoolmate at the Silliman Agriculture. All of them provided the write-ups, pictures, and other documents and endorsements. My sincere gratitude and prayers that God will bless all of you with good health, long and prosperous lives. To those I failed to mention and acknowledge, I am deeply grateful to all of you and dedicate this award. I consider this not only for me and mine alone, but ours, because without all of you, I am surely not here today receiving this. I am deeply grateful to Silliman University and its people and its mentors and its students for this opportunity to be awarded. May God bless Silliman University. Thank you very much.
To give tribute to the awardees and to those who have paved the way for quality Christian education for every Sillimanian. Please welcome the Silliman University Campus Choristers to perform Joyful, Joyful. The performance will be directed by Dr. Elizabeth Susan Vista Suarez. Indeed, today is a joyful occasion, and we have so many things to be thankful for. We thank God for His faithfulness in guiding Silliman to continue giving quality Christian education for 122 years now. We thank the awardees for leading inspiring lives worth emulating. We thank the services of people that make Silliman the institution that it is today. As we continue embracing the future as God's gift, let us give thanks and pray to the Lord Almighty, who is the source of all wisdom and goodness, and from whom all blessings flow. To lead us in the benediction is the Reverend Jonathan Pia.
Please rise for the benediction. To the least of God's saints, grace is given. The boundless riches of Christ are ours to share. Thus, let us go forth in boldness and confidence, praising God. Let us make our lives shine in the glory of God, loving and lovable, touching the untouchables, and healing the downhearted. And our God will continue to empower us and to sustain us today, tomorrow, and the rest of our tomorrows. And the God who was with us in the past is with us today and will be with us in the days to come. Go in the name of God, who is our Creator.
Redeemer, and Sustainer. Amen.
May we request our 5 outstanding Sillimanian awardees today: Trustee Chair Ricardo Balbido Jr., President Betty Cernol McCann, Alumni and External Affairs Director Ruben Bukingo, Silliman University Alumni Association Incorporated President Yasmin Ali, Vice President for Academic Affairs Dr. Earl Jude Paul Cleope, Vice President for Finance and Administration Attorney Ebenezer Lim, Vice President for Development, Enterprise and External Affairs Professor Jane Annette Villarmino, to come on stage for the singing of the Silliman song. May we also invite all outstanding Sillimanian awardees who are able to please come and join the ensemble. During the recessional, we request the audience to remain in the auditorium until all dignitaries have exited.